Okay, we got trains here. Anyway, I got a little problem here with the ABS light coming on my Super Duty, and I think it's one of the sensors. So I'm gonna show you just how to check these sensors. You probably won't find this in the book anywhere, but this is my idea. So hang in there. Okay, first of all, on these trucks you've got 3 sensors, and these work off electromagnetic fields. It's EMF induced voltage. It sends a signal back up to the I guess the ABS computer controller, and tells you when the wheels are out of speed. You know, there's a differential in the speed, one wheel another. And it'll set the brakes to pulsate or pump the brakes. You know, back in the old school, you used to have to pump the brakes. But look right here, it's real simple. This is your hydraulic line. This wire here, this cable, is your ABS connector. And it goes over here and it plugs in over there somewhere. But you have to come in here and look at your spindle. Let's see. If you look in here at your spindle, it's pretty much just a magnetic pickup. And there's a ring on there. There's a ring in there. They call it a tone ring. And as it spins around, the magnetic pickup is right there. And it senses that ring spinning. So it must be counting the revolutions or something. And then on the rear axle, you got one for each front wheel. And on the rear axle, you've got one mounted. On the rear axle, you got one for each front wheel. And on the rear axle, you've got one mounted. But here it is, it's on the rear axle. Okay. It's real simple. It unplugs. You gotta look at it closely. Okay, so I'm here at my right front wheel, and my idea may be wrong, may be right, but it's just to measure the voltage coming off the magnetic pickups. It's real simple. If you look at the wheel here, as the wheel turns, the magnetic pickup should be picking up a voltage. So I figure I'll check the voltages and see if they're consistent, and everything should be good as far as the pickups go. How do you check the voltage on these? So here's my cable. I already unplugged it. Look in the plug here. You can see 2 little prongs in there, or pins. I should have been a cowboy. But my problem is I need to attach these alligator clips to those prongs to measure the voltage, and I can't get 2 of them inside that plug. So next thing to do, we used to do this when I used to work at well, let's just say when I used to do electronic work, telephones and stuff like that, low voltage. Peel this little boot off the plug. This is just a boot right here, okay? And it slides up and down. This boot will slide back on this. After I'm all done, will slide back on there. What I did to get it to slide is just put a little spit on there pulled it off the connector and slid it back. So you don't need nothing high tech. Now you got the wires exposed. Yeah, because I need to have the wires exposed. Okay, here we go. This is what I did. Get some pins, any kind of pen. I mean needles. I just happen to have a couple clothespins. That's all I could find. Or what do they call these? Bobby pins? Snap pins? Diaper pins? I don't know. You're going to have to pierce each wire individually, because that's where they are. You got like a positive and negative there, or a signal return, depending on what kind of school you went to. So now I got to attach my ohm meter to that, my VOM. Alright, now this is what I got connected here. Got my voltmeter, digital voltmeter, connected to some alligator clip jumpers. And I'm hanging them clear of the tire because I'm going to have to spin the tire. My setup. My voltmeter. I'm off the ground. Got my jacker. Now I got to see if I'm getting voltage. As the tire turns, okay, I should get a voltage. The driver's side of the truck now, and I'm checking the driver's side front wheel or sensor, and I think I got it hooked up. Right. It's kind of funky with the clothespins I'm using. What do you call these things? Safety pins. First of all, you got to make sure they're not touching each other, otherwise you're going to get a short. You're not going to get a good reading. So kind of sucks. I wish I had regular pins, but sorry, I'm not a seamstress. You know, it's not the kind of stuff I keep in my collection. Although I do know how to sew. Okay. Here's my meter. It's hooked up. Spin the tire. So instead of taking it into the dealer to find out what's wrong with this truck, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna go over to Craig Auto Parts, which is now O'Reilly's. I'm like their favorite customer there, and buy a new sensor, ABS sensor. So there you go. Real simple. Probably would have saved you about $300 for something like this, you know. The dealers think they can take advantage of people because they don't know what's going on. Oh, ABS sensor. Oh, that's complicated.